Guys, before we get started in today's video, I want to remind you we are giving away the full set of 24 karat gold 18-inch Blitz 03s. All you gotta do is spend $5 to get entered for a chance to win lzmfg.com. And I want to let you know that at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, we are dropping some new stuff. We have this hat that I'm wearing right here. It is a limited edition collaboration between BC Racing and LZ Compound. You can see the little compound elements underneath it, as well as this t-shirt that will be offered in a bundle. It's the BC Racing Compound collab, super cool. And then we also did a restock on the one shirt that makes the most sense with the Blitz 03 giveaway, our To The Grave tee with the Blitz 03s on it, as well as re-releasing the design on a hoodie. All this stuff will be live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't sleep, it's gonna go fast, just like my Evo. Welcome to today's video, first day back since clutch kickers. We've done it probably 8,000 times right now, so I didn't bother pulling the engine out of the S15. What I am going to film though, after I get the head pulled off, and I'll lay it out on this table, we're gonna check the head with a flat edge, see if we see any signs that we did have a failing head gasket. I'm pretty sure that's what's causing those two center spark plugs to have that weird looking detonation. When the head lifts in the center, the water will kind of spray it and just piss everything off and melt things. So hopefully it's as simple as just pulling it off, getting it decked, putting it back together, and then the thing will be ready to rip. I don't know if maybe we used the wrong torque specs for the head studs, which we weren't 100% sure what they were just because they came from an old engine. But as I started pulling the head, I noticed that it was way too easy to pull the head studs. So it's very possible that we just didn't torque them enough, and that is potentially why the head lifted. Because I set a torque wrench to 60 foot-pounds, and I could still turn them quite a bit before it even clicked. And I'm pretty sure usually ARP 2000s will be at least 100 foot-pounds. All right, that was the fun part where we pull off the head gasket and see what we find underneath. Right off the bat, I don't like some of the scoring I'm seeing in cylinder number 3. It's gonna be kind of hard to capture on camera, but I can feel it with my fingernail, which is usually not a good sign. And that's on one of the two cylinders where the spark plugs had some issues. Let's pull this head gasket off. Unfortunately, this isn't my first rodeo, and looking at this, it is clear as day. You can see compression is leaking on cylinder number 2 and was basically pushing into the coolant system, which is these little water jackets around here. You can tell because you don't see the same yellow finish around. You can see kind of this blackness of all the gases leaving, which is funny because you couldn't really see it in the compression test, but it's obviously evident by our cooling issues and by what was going on with the spark plugs. Johan just came by. He does not think the vertical scoring is much to be worried about. You can really not even feel with their fingernail, so that's good. On the head, we gotta check with a straight edge, but you can see on cylinder number 3 a little bit of a leak, but cylinder 2 obviously is real bad. So we'll check it with a straight edge and see how bad it looks. Block looks good. Head, the head looked fine too, but we're just gonna resurface it anyway. We wanted to seal this time. Today's been kind of a slow day. Sean has been trimming some interior stuff. Got the sills back on, got the dash in, and I'm gonna figure out what I want to do with my handbrake plate on there. But in the meantime, Marco dropped off the head at the machine shop and has been putting together some stuff. And then me and Johan brought this massive table of all these old parts from the shop before that we never had time to go through. So we've just been kind of taking our time and slowly sorting and figuring out where everything's going to go in the Sonic box. So it's been a cluster trying to find stuff. God, this thing's heavier than I thought it was. One of the things I've intended today, I had custom ordered these a while back. They're Cox reels. Matt from Obsessed Garage, you know, he likes to be extra about everything. He swears by these things. They are really freaking nice. This place actually came with a couple of them as well. Not a sponsored thing. I wish it was. They're extremely expensive. But what's really cool about these is they are the easy reel system. So when you release, this is a really terrible demonstration. It'll make more sense when it's on the lift post. It'll never just like whip back. So if you're on the other side of the shop and you pull it for it to release, it kind of has like a set speed, so it can't just whip around and cause havoc. But the plan is to mount one power on one side of each lift and then one air on each side of the lift. Marco had a pretty good idea of like drilling out and tapping the lift posts as opposed to bolting and nutting them. So that's going to be part of the project today. I just got to figure out kind of where we want to mount them and lock it in. And I'll show you guys kind of the thought process for that. So we already had the electrical added here when we had the lifts wired. So the plan was if we do one electrical cord reel on each side of the lift post, we'll essentially have like, this one could be used for this side of the car or for this side of that car. Same with the other lift posts. And then do air on the opposing one, which is nice because we have an air line there that we just need to tee off of, like up on the ceiling. And then have air reel here, which could be used for this car on this side or that car on that side. And then also is perfectly set up for the fab corner where we'll be using airlock. So I'm gonna pull it off that like wood piece and we're gonna mock it up. I think we either wanna put it like here or potentially up top on the back of it and then just have like the dangle thing a little longer. We'll see what looks better. So mind you, this little thing where the, like, where it comes out can be rotated. I don't wanna put it over the Benpack logo, so if we mount it low, I feel like that might be too low. What do you think, Johan? Should we do the higher one?
I mean, for given the slack that we have.
I feel like it's, yeah, I think we should do it up top. I'm torn because if we back the cars in the lift like we have been doing, do you think it'll be annoying to have it on the back side of the lift versus the front?
Because I mean, this is just a piece of wire that you could put anywhere.
The idea is to not like, this looks beautiful right now looking at it from the front and not to make it look too busy. I think it would look good if they were both on the sides, but we have that conduit in the way. So, man, I really like this. That's not terrible. So basically I was lazy and I used an existing hole in the lift just because drilling new holes is gonna take forever. And it will kind of like give us a template of where to put it everywhere else. I'm gonna move the ladder to see what it looks like, but it seems like one issue that I'm gonna face now is trying to keep this aesthetically looking good. Kind of a little bit of tension. What do we think?
I think it's okay.
I might be able to pull some slack out of this. I gotta see how it works. So right now I'm throwing the components from the head that is getting serviced at the machine shop and another head to bring over them and keep everything in order. It turned out that that head actually also had pretty much every exhaust valve leaking. It had warp seats, bad guides, so CW Pence is gonna go over it. They're gonna do some new guides, new seals, and then do a full valve job on it just to make sure when we put it on, it's good to go. So this head's just a host. Maybe someday in the future I'll build this head and put it on something. For now, it is my carrying tool. I know it's not going to be the best color combo ever, and it's kind of funny that I've never had 03s on this car, even though my S15 03s would fit perfectly on this car. Which is sick because I really want to put them on the 15, but they won't fit just because of those fenders. I'm like super stoked on that idea. Regardless, I have to test for the 24 karat ones on this car while I have them. It's going to look interesting. Fun fact, Colette has turned into the resident dyno expert. She had to figure everything out and was on the phone with the main line back when she was tuning her 3-rotor. And now Lance is here tuning Duarte's other JZ E46 and we got to call and help. Oh, Dyno Queen, we need your assistance. I thought it was so funny how when they were looking at it before, you were kind of flexing on us like, yeah, if you guys need help, just let me know. I can help you run that dyno. And sure enough,
Running it. They were running it earlier.
well, we need your help. That little 5-cylinder over here. Yo. Just another day here at the LZ compound. Look at her going to work. Dyno Pro Davis got the magic done. So, I'm gonna be really annoyed if it's something like painstakingly obvious because it took all of 2 seconds to pull the valve cover off on this. Hopefully it is. Hopefully the valve cover will come right off. Yeah. Never pulled one off on this before, so let us find out what we got going on. Please be something simple. Oh my god! He was right! That motherfucker was right! God! All I have to do this whole time is pull the valve cover off. It's a rocker! You, Mitsubishi! Bro, clear as day. Oh my god. I was so ready to be defeated again by like, there's been like 8 separate occasions where I've brought this car over, like checked 1 or 2 things, and be like, F this thing, I don't have time to deal with it. Look.
Oh, Jesus. That's why it was kind of working. You still had one.
So apparently this is a thing that happens like when you revving really high or downshifting erratically, so it makes sense that it happened, but it's just crazy that all this time, like, it compression tested good, it leak down tested good, like there's no clear indication of this happening. But literally, I was speaking to Lance and I was explaining the issues, like, did it break up past 5,500 RPM? I go, yep. He goes, rocker. I was like, this guy. He was so confident I had to try it. Who would have thunk it? It's a whole year later. I mean, it's been flying around in there for a long time. Apparently they just like chill down there, like it's a normal thing, like it might be fine.
I don't know anything about these cars, but I did the timing belt on it, and it's tight. So if we gotta remove that cam, maybe we could lift it up a little bit.
I was going to say maybe we can undo the caps enough to like,
yeah,
kind of some SR20.
So if it works, it's not stupid.
I'm so
or
happy.
It might be stupid.
There's finally a light at the end of the tunnel.
I put it in.
That was easy. The craziest thing is
it's not damaged.
I don't think.
I mean, if
No,
it flies out and it just hangs on there, I don't see why it would be damaged.
Bro, I'm such a lucky duck. I can't believe it. I'm gonna go hit like 30 pounds in like 3 minutes.
I never got on a ride on the car.
It's fast. Yo, this thing, dude. Like my bacon, egg, and cheese, dude. I'm gonna bump it real quick just to take the pressure off that valve, so when they go to put it in. Yo, can you watch it for me?
Yeah.
More?
Yep. A little more. That's perfect.
They have a tool with SR20s, I don't know how it works, where they do it without even removing the cam.
Oh, really?
Oh, I wonder if you could like use like a spring compressor somehow. Oh yeah, that'll work. Almost. You're not taking this out again. We got excited, but we got it in.
So, not the right tools, but we put one there. He lifted up with the other one. It got it over, and then I used this to fish it over like this, and it popped. Like, it makes sense. Like, this side on the cam, back there, and then you turn it like that, and then whoop.
I can't believe it. We didn't even need to pull the fucking cam out. I literally could have done this at the track.
Yeah. Well, now you know you could do it at the track.
All right, cover's going back on, and I'm taking Johan for a rip. Thirstier? while, Jamie's gonna remote in and turn the boost up for me. Just make sure it doesn't break up or do anything weird. God, I miss driving this thing. We're good, baby. We're back in business, baby. I'm stoked, baby.
What'd you say the last time we made this video? My boy?
My boy.
You were like,
Still breaking up, my boy.
my boy.
None of that. Oof, 16 pounds, bro. That's rookie numbers. I can't wait to put a Garrett on this thing now. That's gonna be next. This is like, this is a small victory to end a long war. Stoked AF.
AF.
AF. I'm gonna eat some noodles and some bowls. I definitely wasn't expecting to fix the Evo this quickly or in this video, but stoked to have the S15 back together. Should hopefully have that head in the next couple of days and then have that thing rip in, get it retuned. Evo just gotta turn the boost back up and then she's good to go. Do some TLC on it and maybe take her back to the track. Let's do it. He was right! That motherfucker's right! God! All I have to do this whole time is pull the valve cover off. It's a hammer! I'm gonna eat some noodles and some bowls.